Hello and welcome back. This is a series on home buying and the steps it takes to actually purchase a property, purchase a home, whether that's land, mobile home, resale, new construction, whether you're a first-time home buyer or whether you are an existing home buyer. The first part of the topic I want to talk about is credit. Credit is a very important item. As everyone knows, it's needed for much things, including home buying. But not only is credit needed for home buying, it's also needed for cars, to purchase, get credit cards, to have extra money on a card to go on vacation, and so on and so forth. So credit is vital, not just in the home buying process. So a couple things we want to talk about is the obvious. Where are you at from credit scores? Ideally, we want people to be, 700, 800. Great, some people are, but not all of us are, let's be honest. We have some work to get done. However, that still doesn't stop you from the home ownership process. You can own a home and get out of that renting scene if that's what you're in, and with scores, as low as 580, sometimes even lower. However, of course, the higher the score, the better options you have, the more opportunities you have to pick up on down payment assistance programs, things of that nature. And the first step we want to do, again, is look at where your credit score is. So that could be from Credit Karma or some of these other third-party sites. Unfortunately, those numbers are not 100% accurate. However, they are directional and we can work around those. So we want to determine where that score is and then uncover why that score is where it's at if you're not quite there for a pre-qualification. And I wouldn't want to put anyone through a pre-qualification until we are absolutely ready or near that process based on those scores and talking through what your credit situation is, what your financial situation is, before we push you forward into the loan officer world to get a pre-qualification. So I'll ask you some questions on, what are some things that are past due? What are some things on your credit report that need attention? Now, a lot of us have medical concerns on there. Honestly, folks, they're not a huge deal most of the time. Majority of the time, they're not. So let's put those aside. The things we're looking for, the loan officer is looking for, and the creditors are looking for is your ability to pay back your debt. That's the most important. That's what drives your credit score. So some key things with credit is making sure things are paid on time, especially as we roll and get ready to do the pre-qualification. Having things that are past due right now are not going to go very well in most cases, but there's always exceptions. And a loan officer can take a look at those. However, before we get to that stage, I want to make sure that we understand what credit is, where your credit scores are, and then figure out if there are things that are past due. Time between things that were delinquent and amounts also play large roles in whether or not a loan officer will even tell you to pay those off or worry about them. Sometimes I see, especially with medical items, they tell you don't worry about it. Don't pay that debt that's 9 years old right now. Not saying don't pay it, but just don't do it right now. So there's some things our loan officer is going to be able to specifically tell you what to do and not do right at this moment. Of course, having everything paid up, paid off, and out of a delinquency status is the most ideal situation we want to be in. But everyone is different, so we can't take a one-size-fits-all approach to this. We have to individually look at each person individually and their financial status, credit status, to determine what their next best steps are. Ideally, you want to be around a 640 credit score if you're looking to capture down payment assistance programs. As simple as that. Most of them are 640 and sometimes higher. They do have some lower ones potentially, but you can qualify for mortgage. I've seen as low as 580, some even lower than that. However, that's up to each individual loan officer and bank, and we'll talk more about the differences in lenders as well. Hope this is helpful. If it is, give me a like and thumbs up, and please subscribe to my channel, and stay tuned for additional series in this video on how to purchase a home flawlessly. I'm here to help as well. I can be reached anytime at 904-386-9926, www.homesbyhow.com. I'm here to make your next move your best move. Thank you very much. See you soon.